Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Sara Najam Khan. I'm the director of Softtech Microsystems. Welcome to Elevate 2025 Day 2. With me is Mr. Hussein, who is the president of ISACA. So, Mr. Hussein, please tell me about yourself and your whole journey up till now and all about yourself.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. And it's a great honor to be here speaking with you. Journey, yes, it's been quite a journey because starting with my first interaction with technology
Mm-hmm.
in the context of auditing was when I was at AKU in
Mm-hmm.
internal audit, and I attended a presentation on EDP auditing, electronic data processing auditing.
Right.
After that, it became IT auditing, but I was hooked at that time, and so I've been working on that. That was 1994.
Okay.
Worked to establish the ISACA Karachi chapter in Pakistan. That was the first chapter. We received the license in 1997. We had the first exams in 97, and Alhamdulillah, I passed. And then became the first CISA in Pakistan, Certified Information Systems Auditor. But that set the direction of my life for the future. And Alhamdulillah, I've tried to stay true to that. So I've been in the technology assurance, security, risk management, data privacy, in that sort of space since then. 10 years at AKU, established the IT audit function over there. Then I decided to get a wider exposure. So I went into Ernst & Young, heading technology assurance over there. And that took me to different countries, Saudi, and then to the UK. And there was so much going on over there with Sarbanes-Oxley and other regulatory requirements that then I decided to move over to the UK. After 10 years, then I came back to Pakistan, and I was pulled in to Bank Al Habib as the Chief Information Security Officer. A very, very fulfilling experience because they were so much invested in maintaining security. That was the start, essentially. It was at a very nascent stage. We were having the CIO summits and we were having ITCN events. But over there, we started talking about information security and the need for more understanding around that. And the banking space was just starting to find their footing in this area.
Right.
So I started with a team of 4. By the time I left in 2018, I had a team of 45.
Okay.
So putting in place that whole structure, 5 verticals in security. The next challenge came up. Interesting challenge came up was to establish IT audit at HBL. So I moved on from there and went into HBL. We set up this whole thing. 6 years at HBL, again a very, very fulfilling experience. And then I decided to move on because there was so much else that needed to be looked at. That I wanted to move and do things with others. So right now, I'm a consultant for ICAP, for the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Pakistan, with their Digital Assurance and Accounting Board. And we are doing amazing things over there because chartered accountants are realizing the need for getting into
regulatory.
Yes, exactly, all of this area and artificial intelligence, robotics. I'm also a consultant advisor for the technology consulting with Ecovisal Sapti, which is a Saudi firm. And we have a good footprint in Pakistan. So this journey goes on, and I'm really, really delighted to be here because this shows how vibrant this whole community has become.
Yes. So Hussein Saab, could you tell me over the course of your career, how has IT regulation, data privacy, auditing evolved, and where do you see it going?
Right. Initially, so it was always there in the background. There was always the need to look at logs. There was always the need to look at audit trails. But there was a lot of things that we were doing which was around the computer. We were not looking at actually how the data is being processed within the computer, in that application. And now, where 70% of the business is enabled by IT, without that, it wouldn't
It
survive.
doesn't work, yeah.
And now it's moving to more because,
Yeah.
IT is very, very pervasive everywhere.
Mhm.
And now you have digital. You have every person having a
Mhm.
mobile that can connect to the internet or can be used to conduct transactions
Mhm.
and do their other, complete their other requirements. So all the more need to enhance and to actually assess whether those systems
Mhm.
are capable of protecting the data, protecting the transactions.
Mhm.
The
Right.
basic fundamentals that we look at for information security, which is confidentiality, integrity, and availability,
Mhm.
these cannot be ensured if you've not looked at the systems in the controls within the systems.
Mhm.
So it's no longer auditing around the computer.
Right.
Now we need to look at it within.
Mhm.
And that's the sort of capability for which we need expertise. We need people who are experts in these areas, subject matter experts.
Right.
So, yeah, that's how it is. It has
So,
evolved.
can you tell me, organizations today, what are they doing wrong when it comes to data regulation and auditing, and what should they do to in that domain?
So this is one of the points that I covered in my, at the panel discussion.
Okay.
The challenges that
Mhm.
organizations face, is multifold.
Right.
One, on one side, you have the regulatory environment, which is evolving very fast. So a lot of regulations are coming up. On the other side, you have a lot of threats coming up. If you look at the cyber attacks that are happening,
बिल्कुल.
the speed and the complexity of that is
Yeah.
increasing so much.
Yeah.
Then we have the need for data, the use customers, data is being used, and you have ransomware attacks and all, which is directly targeting data. But are we competent? Are we capable
Right.
of, putting in that level of controls? Do we have the people? Do we have the tools for monitoring and securing all of this? So it's a constant challenge, constant need to address these requirements. If you look at organizations, business side, they don't understand this requirement.
Yeah.
Because they say, I want to deliver
Yeah.
my service, I want
Yeah.
to support my customers.
Yeah.
Why do I need to?
You get involved in this. Yeah.
So security has to come in at the design stage,
Right.
and it is there, to put it over there, you need the governance level. So the board level has to understand the need for it,
Right.
and to
right.
support and sponsor security. So that whole chain, needs to be looked at it that way. That is where the problem lies. The same thing is now being illustrated with AI.
Right.
You have a lot of organizations who want to jump in
Into
and
AI. Yeah.
they all only hear the buzzword.
Yeah, they want to jump on the train because everybody is.
Yes, so they're talking of Gen AI and
Yeah,
agentic AI and
yeah.
all of it, without realizing that as long as we don't do the fundamentals right, AI is just another aspect of, that is drawn from human intelligence, and humans have biases,
Yeah,
discriminations,
of course.
a lot of other things.
Yes,
It is
exactly.
directly picked up that.
A lot of vices that are going to be transferred.
So now we need to protect,
Yeah.
and that is where also, if we look at the thing about AI hallucinations,
Okay.
right? Well, if you ask something to an AI,
Huh.
you start asking further questions, it then starts to make up examples, it starts to make up data, and those cannot be used.
Right, of course, absolutely.
The same thing happens when you ask someone and you give them that importance, and they don't know. Now they cannot say we don't know, so they start giving you all sorts of information which may or may not be
True.
verified and true. So it's the same sort of thing. So we need to put in those guardrails, we need to govern AI. So this is a whole journey. It's not just fixing one part, it's looking at that whole piece,
Right.
and doing it right from the basics.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. Where जहाँ पे technological advancement is so speedy and it exponential, governance is extremely important. Otherwise, things might go completely haywire.
Very true. Very true. Very
So, Hussain sir, could you tell me, ke message would you want to give to आपकी इतनी अमेजिंग जर्नी रही है आपकी इतनी इट्स लाइक ऐसे आप जैसे लोग बहुत कम मिलते हैं इतने एक्सपीरियंस्ड इतने
नहीं माशाल्लाह बहुत सारे लोग हैं अच्छे लोग हैं शायद सामने नहीं आते
probably
so
but is there something that you would like to tell the youth of today to inspire them, to motivate them, because there are a lot of fresh minds, very people that are very passionate and energetic, but they don't know where to start, how to start, and unko bas ek zara si push chahiye hoti hai. So what would you want to say to them?
Thank you for that question, because this is something that has been very, very close to my heart. So there are two things over here. One is our young minds. They unfortunately they are getting into that sort of mindset about following someone. वो जो हम भेड़ चाल कहते हैं ना, वो उसी को फॉलो करते हैं. अच्छा मेरे दोस्त ने क्या किया, मेरे किसी कॉलीग ने या क्लासमेट ने, और मैं भी वो करूं. So अगर कोई और, like I was talking to one university and they said the whole batch doesn't want to do a job. They don't want to go to an organization to do a job, because they all want to do freelancing. Okay. और वो it's like अच्छा तुम भी चलो, तुम भी freelancing करो. Great stuff. If you are able to make a difference, but you also have to grow. If you're just repeating the same thing, that limited knowledge that you have.
Right.
Look at security side. We have a lot of people who are getting into security. The young ones, they are very much taken up with doing penetration testing. They're doing offensive security. There's hardly anyone who talks of governance,
right?
GRC,
Yeah,
security, GRC. But that's where the whole thing sets it up.
Yeah, exactly.
So you need to have a balanced approach. ISACA's study showed that there is, in 2025, it projected there would be 3.5 million vacancies for skilled security resources.
Okay.
Now, who's going to fill those skilled?
Right.
If we can just take, say, 10%.
Is this
only
in Pakistan or
globally,
all over? Globally. Okay.
Globally.
Okay.
But if we can fill that 1% or 10%, do we have that many people getting into it that seriously? So there is a lot of scope. There is a lot of scope, but if you do the right things, if you are just following someone, so each person has an aptitude.
Right.
You need to assess that aptitude. We are not working on that. We are just
following.
Earlier the problem was that parents used to say, "Acha, mera beta doctor banega, mera beta beti
engineer banega."
Right? They used to dictate.
Yeah.
And they used to become that regardless of whether they had the aptitude and the capability for it.
Yeah.
तो वो बन जाते थे. The whole life they used to be frustrated.
Yeah.
अब जो है, they're jumping onto things, but these are all flashy, maybe flaky, and superficial.
Yeah.
So you need to build those skills. Now it's a lifelong learning that is required. Just look around at technology, the speed at which it is evolving. With quantum computing, we'll need quantum encryption. So all of our current controls will become outdated very, very quickly.
Yeah.
So we need to constantly learn. And I think that's my message to the youth.
Yeah.
Don't restrict yourself. Don't put in those barriers for your own progress.
Yeah. Don't put yourself in a box.
Exactly.
Basically.
Absolutely well said. Don't put yourself in a box. Think wider. Look around. Get in touch. Find out what else is there. And there is so much.
Absolutely.
So do that research. Meet people. Find out. I know you are doing such great work. This that you're doing, you've gathered. I know you've been doing it since
yesterday.
2 days. Yes. So I'm conscious of, the wealth of information and ideas you would have collected.
Absolutely.
But are they, they need to look at all of this.
Yeah.
They need to get ideas from this.
Yeah. I make it a point to ask this in every podcast that I end, because I feel that some kids, especially me as well, at one point in my life, I was just as confused, and I didn't know what to do, where to start. And I needed perspectives and I needed guidance. So uh, I I also wanted that to be extended on towards my colleagues, my friends, and everybody else.
And you know, that's not a unique situation.
Mm-hmm.
I met a very young person in Riyadh,
Mm-hmm.
my last trip, just last month, and he had studied in Canada. He'd come back and he didn't know what he wanted to do. And he was in technology, so he was doing some app development, mobile apps and things like that. But he didn't know which language I should learn, because tomorrow this might be redundant.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that language might be redundant. And so I told him there's a whole world beyond that you should also explore before you decide. So, doing internships at good places gives you some very, very good experience, solid experience. Get into that.
Yeah.
Don't limit yourself.
Bilkul.
And
Completely agree with you.
And GRC is a huge area. Governance, risk, compliance. That is what organizations need.
Yeah, that is something they desperately need.
So find out about it.
Yeah.
Find out about it. Maybe that is where your niche is.
Right.
You can then click for you. And
so, Hussein Sahib, it was wonderful doing this podcast with you.
Thank you. My pleasure.
It's very rare to come across minds like yours. It is always a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.